First and foremost, I hope everyone listening had a good St. Patrick's Day. I decided during the St. Patrick's Day weekend to watch the Leprechaun films and rate them from worst to best. Number 7. Leprechaun Origins. This is the worst of the series. It's not a Leprechaun movie. It's completely different tonally to the other movies and has a completely different looking leprechaun that seems more like a goblin with predator-like heat-sensitive vision. This movie is a generic horror movie that plays completely straight and removes all the human style from the other movies. I would avoid this one. Number 6. Leprechaun in the Hood and Back to the Hood. I rate these two the same. I wasn't a fan of either Hood movies. The movies themselves are completely different and only share the setting of the Hood. I think I'm just not a fan of the inner city gangster ghetto movies. The former involves 3 rapper teenagers who steal the Leprechaun's magic flute to try and kickstart their music careers. The amulet from the third movie makes a comeback in this film also. The latter involves a group of friends who steal the Leprechaun's gold. Number 5. Leprechaun 2. I like this film, although this is the film that set the precedent that there would be no real continuity between the movies, which future sequels have followed. Each movie seems to be a completely different Leprechaun with its own strengths and weaknesses. In this film, the Leprechaun turns 2,000 years old and selects a descendant from one of his slaves to be his bride, which apparently he can do every 1,000 years. This doesn't come up again in any future sequel. Also, in the first film, the Leprechaun claims to be 600. Number 4. Leprechaun Returns. The newest Leprechaun movie is a direct sequel to the original in the style of the new Halloween movie that ignores all the sequels and just follows the first film. 25 years after the events of the original, a group of students move into the house from that film and unwittingly awaken the Leprechaun. This is a great sequel and has a lot of callbacks to the original film. Number 3. Leprechaun 4 Lost in Space. This film is a lot of fun. This is the one I'd recommend if you have a lot of people around and you have a lot of alcohol being consumed. The plot is basically the plot to Alien, with the Leprechaun terrorising a group of Marines in space. Number 2. Leprechaun 3. Without a doubt the best of the sequels. This is the most fun I've had watching one of these films, especially in the second half. The Las Vegas setting really works for this character, and the side plot involving people being able to make wishes using his gold is a lot of fun. Number 1. Leprechaun. The original and the best. This is a great film that started the series off. It stars Warwick Davis and Jennifer Aniston in her first film role. When Tori and her father move into their new home, they accidentally release the Leprechaun, who, after being trapped there by the previous owner of the house, is on a murderous killing spree looking for his gold.